Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv, and it's an interesting day. I hope you're having a good one. So we're going to start off with something that's non-crypto, right? And people are going to wonder, why are you doing that, Eddie? You'll see. So Boeing machinists have rejected the latest offer from Boeing. And the issue with that, see, I remembered the watermark this time. The issue with that is actually the fact that it's going to bring down the Dow. It's going to weigh down the Dow. That, along with McDonald's E. coli problem, that's putting downward pressure, which means that, Bitcoin and cryptos could see an inflow of money because it could be a safer place. Remember, we just came up from as low as 64,000 yesterday on Bitcoin. And now we're back up, I believe, back up above 67. Actually, right now we're at 66,841. But we were at 67 just a little while ago. So we seem to be, kind of towing that line for right now. But we'll see. We shall see. Something else that's going on that's going to drop jaws around the world. Denmark has introduced an unrealized gain tax on crypto. It's going to be 42%, supposedly to align to other rules for other assets. And it's supposed to kick off in 2026. That's painful. It's truly painful. So I'm sitting back and I'm looking at all these new rules that are going on. And I kind of sit there and say to myself, I understand that countries want to make money and all that good stuff. I think they should be a little bit more careful about what they do and how they do it. The reason why is because it's really easy to lose crypto. I mean, it's easy to find it, but it's really easy to lose. Because if somebody gets crypto and then gets rid of crypto, well, is that now their problem? I didn't make any money. There are no gains, right? Or do you buy the crypto, wait for a dip, then move your crypto, someplace else? Like, that's not my crypto. That's not my wallet. I don't know what you're talking about. See what I mean? Eventually it catches up with you, but if you have enough people doing that, does it affect the laws and rules and regulations around it? Possibly. Possibly. And that's just a fact, right? There are lots of things that you can do, to move crypto. I can, if you want to get really creative, actually, no, I'm not going to tell you how to do it because that's basically teaching you how to launder money. Because I have a deviant mind, and I just know how to do stuff. When I was younger, I actually learned from nefarious people how they were doing things. It's not difficult. It's not difficult at all. But like I said, you could turn a whole bunch of honest people into a whole bunch of people that are scratching their heads about, well, why do I have to pay that high of a tax on something that has, that has unrealized gains? And then you could say things like, well, I'm going to find tax shelters. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And you've already got laws on the books that could help people, do all of this legally. So I really think it opens up a can of worms. And is the number too high for the asset? Right? I mean, imagine if Bitcoin went from 67,000 to 100,000 overnight. That's like, what, $33,000 in unrealized gains if you're a single Bitcoiner, and I want to tax you on those gains. But what happens if the next day it comes back down to 66? When do you tax me on those gains? Is it gains over a year? Over, like, what's the period? Most likely a year. And is it every time I go up, or is it where I bought it to where it is at the end of the year? So there are questions that I have. Just, those are for the CPAs and tax accountants, tax attorneys, to help me figure out. I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff, but I do like to know what's going on. But there are a lot of ways that you can get around something like that. There are a lot of ways that you can get around something like that. But, you're hoping that your people don't, which why I'm going off on this little rant is because I'm hoping that countries don't overdo it. Right? Unrealized gains is a very slippery slope. And how do you calculate unrealized gains? Just a whole lot of stuff that goes into that. So yeah, but Denmark is the first in the world to tax unrealized gains. Unrealized crypto gains. I'm gonna have to see how that pans out, and then frankly, it's 2024. We have to see if that's gonna actually kick into effect in 2026. Things could change between now and then. The number could change, just the implementation strategy could change. There are a lot of things that could change when it comes to that. So I'm going to be interested to see how that plays out, especially since, a number of people around the world don't on-ramp and off-ramp their money in visible ways. Now, if I sell my crypto and it somehow finds its way back into one of my accounts, well, sure, you can tax me on that money. You can ask me where I got the money, whatever have you. But what happens when adoption kicks in and I, just start using crypto to pay for stuff? There are just a lot of factors. I think by 2026, you're going to see a hell of a lot more adoption. You're going to see a hell of a lot more adoption, a hell of a lot more ways for people to use crypto in everyday life. Once crypto hits everyday life, I can go to the bodega, get my bacon, egg, and cheese, no salt, pepper, no ketchup, right? And get my bustelo. I'm good. Boop, boop. I keep telling people that when I can do that the way I can with a debit card, a credit card, I'm done. You're going to see so many people be done with banks. Banks around the world really do have problems. They really do have problems with regard to keeping their customers because they don't get enough from it. But you can with crypto. You can get like anywhere between 3 and 5% easy. Usually it's 5 just by staking crypto. So imagine I'm making more than the bank. I'm going to keep that stuff over there in the bank. Over there in crypto. And I'm only going to keep enough in a bank account to pay bills that don't accept crypto yet. Just saying. I honestly think sometimes, man, it wouldn't be cool to do an Airbnb, a crypto only Airbnb, right? Or a crypto only, real estate deal. Just real estate rentals. Yeah. If you pay me in cash, it's this price. If you pay me in crypto, I'm just saying, you just need a few of those. You just need a few of those. You have to be able to handle the float for a little while, right? But imagine if you could do that. Ooh, baby. Wow. Just saying, there's a lot you could do there. Then we have Solana and Jupiter just skyrocketing. Why? Everybody's asking why. Well, it's skyrocketing because of Goatseus Maximus. I told you that yesterday or last night. So Goatseus Maximus takes off, still taking off. And then you have all that traffic because of meme coins like that one on Solana. So it's going up. So it surpasses, daily fees on Ethereum. Okay. Not mad at you. It is what it is. Oh, okay. Had to look at my phone to make sure that everything's all right with the servers. So I'm just sitting back and I'm just going, wow, that's pretty cool. Does that mean it's actually going to surpass Ethereum? I don't think so. Or at least not now. And if its only claim to fame is going to be meme coins, when this bull run is over and meme coins come crashing down, then what happens to Solana? That's the big difference. That's the big difference. So I'm paying attention to that. Something else that caught my attention. crypto investigator ZachXBT. Gotta love this person. Wow. Wow. He has linked Yicong Wang to laundering stolen crypto assets by the Lazarus group, North Korea's Lazarus group. And, to laundering like millions. So what has it led to? It's led to account freezes. It's led to, his accounts being blocked out in a lot of places and being banned from a lot of different platforms. Oops. And there's a lot of, international scrutiny. Because you know what ZachXBT did. He said, oh, I did all this research. Let me take this and let me give it to the authorities. And they'll take it from there. La 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 la. And I'm sitting here and I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So you laundered millions, possibly tens of millions. Just, hypothetically, if you did that and now you can't, and now you're facing charges. Well, the people in North Korea, they're not going to face any charges because they never leave law from North Korea. But you could have issues. So we'll see how that plays out. That's going to be interesting. But what it says is that North Korea, people are starting to fight back. That's what it says. That's what I'm paying attention to. Now, every now and then I get some news and I see that, somebody big, is agreeing with, a thought that I have. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse predicts major regulatory shifts in the U.S. crypto policy, no matter who wins the elections, the presidential elections. And I'm sitting back and I'm like, yep, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Either candidate, whichever one wins, there's going to be a shift in policy. And policy has been so poorly implemented, so poorly done, that it can only be positive in my eyes. Right? And to me, it can only be a positive shift. And the first thing that's going to happen is bye-bye Gary Gensler. The reason why I say so is because this guy knows what he's doing. He's 100% cognizant of what he's doing with his enforcement strategy rather than regulatory implementation strategy. And I'm sitting back and I'm just going, you're wasting a lot of time going, why is Zach, so look at it like this. Why is ZachXBT and others doing your job? Go after nefarious characters. Stop going after legal businesses that are trying to operate within your invisible rules. I mean, yeah, to me, the rules are invisible. How does a company, comply when it does not know what to comply with? And I think that's unfair. If they're blatantly breaking the rules, sure, take them to court, not a problem, go for it. But when you're taking them to court and they're doing something unbeknownst to them, like they have no idea, because it's not published, you're taking some antiquated rules that are on the books and trying to loosely apply them to the current, state of affairs when it comes to finance. There's traditional finance, there's fintech. Straight up. Crypto falls into that fintech space. Not everything that was there applies now. Do you think somebody contemplated, even computers back then, over 100 years ago to now? Like, what? Not everything lasts forever. Stop being lazy. Work with Congress. Get some new regulations up. Don't like how certain things are done? Put pen to paper and make it a rule. A rule that everybody can see. Oh, we're not allowed to do that. Okay, so guys, don't do that. Let's rethink this. Great. Give them time. Give them time to unwind things because you didn't have a rule on the books and now you've got a rule on the books. Okay. These companies are asking for, what are the rules? In the year 2024, why are companies still asking, what are the rules? You're creating rules by taking companies to court that would otherwise have no idea. And the courts, of course, have that whole, outlook that, ignorance is not something that you can claim in some cases. In some cases. But really overstepping. So yeah, with the elections are going to come a whole new change in policy. Not bravado, not fake this, fake that, no, but real change in policy. We're both expecting it. A lot of us are expecting it. Then you have BlackRock ETF inflows, IBIT, surpassing $23.5 billion. Yeah. And the reason why, you've got a whole bunch of new people coming into crypto by way of ETFs. We had somebody new last night take part in in our nightly show, which is live, by the way, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every night, right? Or not every night, every weeknight. And what's crazy is they were like, yeah, I don't know what to buy. Do I buy Bitcoin straight up? Do I buy the ETF? You could do either. It's up to you what you want to do. But you should get educated. You should really get educated. BlackRock, if you're listening, I wrote a book, Crypto Foundations, for the building of multi-generational wealth. How about you buy some books and you give it out to your customers so they understand what they can do, what they could do, all that good stuff. Help educate your customers. I know, it's a sales pitch. But still, if people had more of an idea about what to do there. I mean, I had somebody ask me, so how do I put Bitcoin into my wallet? I can't answer that. What I can say is usually the wallets, they can tell you how to do it. I gave that person a simple, easy way. Said, listen, you get the address of your wallet, the public address of your wallet, and you have crypto sent there. Like you could use Cash App. It depends on how you do things. Smartest way is go get yourself a centralized exchange account and start there, then learn how to self-custody your digital assets. Pretty much how I started. But then, started getting into my own wallets real quick. Because like once you figure out it's so easy, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to do this. Because at first, the usability, the user experience for some of the centralized exchanges back in the day were not as good as they are now. So it's still confusing. Now they're like, it's easy. 1, 2, 3, bing, bing, bing. Easy peasy. So there's that. Right? But you know what we should do? That's right. We should get into So let's move over here, get my notes out of the way. There you go. So we'll start off with the GMB Crypto Tracker top 25 losers, right? And when you look at the top 25 losers, it stops right there. Bam. Those are the top 25 losers. Not really much to talk about here. You have Nero, that's down 12%. GMB X factor of 0.55x. Eigenlayer, I hear a lot of talk about that. Down 8%. 0.39 GMB X factor. Up, just adjusted. So we go down to here now. But who's there that I care about? Nobody. That's it. Let's go back over to the winners. And when you look at the winners, let's see. Goatseus Maximus, there you are again. Up 26%. Up 26%. Already in the top 100. And it could go on and on and on. It really could. So imagine, its all-time high is now 0.843. GMB X factor of 0.04. So it's just going up, creating newer all-time highs. So is $1 in the making? You could, if you believe that it could make $1 right now, you could buy this second, right? And see yourself get a 25% rise. I'm sorry. Yeah, a 25% rise. It'd be up 20 cents, 20 cents from 80, 25%. So that's something to pay attention to. And it's moving quick. It's moving with a quickness. It's got a lot of steam behind it because of that money that they got from Mark Andreessen. So there's a lot of steam behind that one. A lot, right? You come down, let's see. So winners right there, ends right there. Pith Network is up 6%, GMBX factor 2.3x. If you're going to ask me, do I think it's going to do that? Yes, of course. Radium is up 8%, GMBX factor of 5.07x. I do not know. I don't follow Radium. You'd have to do the math on that one. Let's see. Jitto is up 10%. It's got a GMBX factor of 1.55x. Yeah, I think that's possible. I do think that's possible. But that's it. That means everybody else is kind of moving sideways, just like the rest of the market. Just saying, there are things that we should be paying attention to. So in terms of who's reporting today, you have some really big companies that are reporting today. Honeywell is reporting. You want to know why that's big? Because I told you guys that I got information from Ryan that Honeywell is already selling quantum computers. Now, how good are they? I don't know. But supposedly they're already selling, a few different makes of quantum computers. Like I said, gonna be here for a minute or in a minute. KKR is reporting. You have some airlines that are reporting today. So you've got big movers that are reporting today. You have the Nasdaq that's reporting today. The Dow. So you've got big numbers coming out today. Pay attention. Pay attention, please. We also have big numbers coming out today. Today is Thursday. Initial jobless claims. We've got U.S. services PMI. We've got U.S. manufacturing PMI. Both coming out at 9:45 a.m. with jobless claims coming out at 8:30. Those are the traditional times. The Fear and Greed Index is at 69. It was at 71. DeFi Llama, we've got $96.451 billion, down a little over $500 million from yesterday when I reported. And then you can look at Bitcoin right here. Do you see this? Let me zoom in for you. Do you see that? Here, I'll even draw a circle around it. All of this. Do you see how Bitcoin is moving? See how it took that dip and now it looks like it's coming back? Over the long haul, when you look at this, it gets flatter and flatter and flatter. That's why, there's that saying, when in doubt, zoom out. What people think are big moves aren't necessarily big moves, because when you zoom in, it looks huge. When you zoom in, all of that looks huge. Right? Just look at that. Look at that right there. It looks like huge moves. It's not. And you can see where we're moving. We're way above my blue band. We're establishing the point between these two, right, at 63,719 and 69,355. And what I'm thinking is, because you can see it bounce off right there as resistance. You saw it bounce off and then take a big dive. And I think this time we could actually see it bust through. And once it busts through, then you're actually starting to look at what could happen and how soon we could hit a new all-time high. I think that can definitely happen by the end of the year, easily. By the end of the year, I still think we could hit 100,000. So again, buy. For me, it's buy. Looking at the big board, again, this is all stuff that I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, oh man, all of this gives me cause for confusion. That's why I go to the GMBX factor and I kind of look at the GMB crypto tracker and say, okay, what makes sense to buy right now? Are you watching Solana? What was it just yesterday? Was that like 166? Now it's at 172. Fighting to get back up to 200. Just saying, got to pay attention. The only thing I don't like about Solana is they do have that, that network gremlin. So it can ride high for a really long time and then get that neck snatched by that gremlin. Just saying. When you're looking across the board, yeah, things are doing well, except Ethereum. Ethereum's not doing all that well right now. Still positive on the year, year to date, but not doing all that well. You do better with BNB, you do better with Solana, you do better with Doge. Obviously, you do better with Toncoin. Just saying. Pay attention to some of these numbers. You could do really, really well. Cardano in the deep negative, 42% off. 42% down on that year to date. Oh, That's painful. Avalanche, not that much better at 31, but Avalanche is starting to, I think they're both going to wake up. And I think that when they wake up, it's going to be big. And apparently, we have some sleuths on our team, in the GMB community, and they were able to confirm for me that it was Avalanche that's actually being used by California for tokenization of all of the automobile titles in California. That's huge. When I first reported that story, I didn't know what platform it was. It's Avalanche. Wow. So is Avalanche a big player in the tokenization space? Not really, but it's apparently easy to build on, and boom, there you go. Shiba Inu up 69, almost 70% year to date. People sleep on Shiba Inu, and I just don't understand why. It's going to hit, it's right now it's at 17.5. It's going to hit 20 real soon. It'll wind up hitting 20 real soon. Everybody's like, oh, Chainlink is sleeping. I don't know. A little while ago, it was less than $10. It's less than $10. Just saying. Don't sleep on Chainlink. Chainlink's got a lot of stuff going on, right? Bitcoin Cash, another one people sleep on. Look at Bitcoin Cash, up 36%, almost 37%. Just saying, pay attention, people. Pay the hell attention. So we'll see. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, just hit the like button. We really like having people just come on over, learn some things, and get real news and opinion on the news, and not just buy crypto. The more you learn about something, the better off you are. So right now, crypto is going to be on an upswing. I don't talk to you about just things that are going to affect you on the upswing. I talk to you also about things that can affect you on the downswing. Why? So that you can make more informed decisions. That's why. You have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.